The New South Wales government dropped the feed-in tariff from 60 cents to 20 cents with essentially no notice to the industry. That now means that New South Wales has the least generous feed-in tariff in the country. It also means that customers who have installed solar will now in effect be subsidising the coal-fired grid. Why? Because the power that they generate, they'll be paid only 20 cents for, but the power that they use from the grid inevitably costs more than 20 cents and in the future is going to rise further. Well, the New South Wales government was conducting a review of the feed-in tariff regime. There was a concerted campaign, however, by the utilities and some sections of the media who said that electricity price increases in New South Wales were due to rooftop solar. Well, that simply isn't the case. While we became a visible scapegoat, in fact, less than 1% of the price increases is due to rooftop solar. So this was an effective measure that was transforming the energy generation network and has been unfairly targeted in a knee-jerk reaction by the government in this case. The impact has been immediate. These are small businesses, sole traders, tradesmen, sparkies, as well as larger organisations, and they report to us that they've had between 80 and 90% drop in inquiries for rooftop solar. Several of those businesses have already laid off staff, not just in Sydney, but also in regional New South Wales. So we predict that about 1,000 jobs are at risk as a result of this policy decision. New South Wales householders really want to do something positive towards climate change, and installing solar panels was a great way of reducing their carbon emissions and reducing their electricity bills. The old feed-in tariff allowed people to have an economic framework to get a payback over a reasonable period of time. Slashing the rate to 20 cents, however, is a punitive measure. It means that people will be effectively punished for putting in solar power because they will be paying more for their electricity as a result. So we need to bring some balance back into this. We need to have a sustainable tariff that is there for the long term, that helps develop our industry over time, but also helps householders make a positive contribution and do that within an economic framework that's going to work. There has to be a middle ground. 20 cents is punitive, 60 cents was probably excessive. We need to see a feed-in tariff rate of around 40 to 45 cents gross as a measure for supporting the industry and supporting individuals who want to take action. Well, the response has been immediate. I put out an email at 7 o'clock on a Friday night. Within a couple of hours, we'd raised tens of thousands of dollars for this campaign. But also I've received a flood of emails from small, medium and big business owners around the state who were literally pacing up and down in their workshops because they knew that they'd have to lay off staff and they're watching their businesses go down the drain. In one case in regional New South Wales, somebody who only employs locals had to let 2 of their staff go immediately as a result of this decision. But we found that we got support not just from New South Wales, because some segments of the media were calling for this type of change to be brought in across the country. And solar has been at the end of a long policy tail for many years. And the industry is at the point where they're saying enough. We can't let this solar policy rollercoaster ride go on any longer. We need to take action and we need to get fairness and stability back into solar policy in Australia. Well, the first thing they can do is make their feelings known. We need to let our political leaders, Barry O'Farrell, Premier Keneally, know about the strength of feeling that's behind this decision, about the impact on your business and you as a consumer. We also need to get a media campaign. So write to your local newspaper, call Talkback Radio. Make sure that this is an issue that people understand has serious implications for our industry. You should also visit the AuSES website, www.auses.org.au. You can join up to our Twitter feed and you'll get immediate alert updates as we progress. There's also great information there about the campaign. Come along to our Solar Crisis Rally. The important thing is that we have strength in numbers.